Welcome back to Stray. We have just left the main hub area, the slums, and we've got a weapon that can fight the Zerk. So we're ready to try to get up to the next level of this massive underground dystopia. And this guy looks like he's our ride. Hey there, Momo. I can't believe you found Doc and got the DEFLUXOR. With this, now we can go to find Balthazar. Let's go. All right, here we go. A boat made out of pipes down a sewer. Well, here we go. I kind of like that image, maybe for the thumbnail. There's a couple questions in the chat I want to address, but maybe after I've seen what's at the end of this little journey. This cat was not expecting to go on an adventure like this. The funny thing is, like, I am moving this cat with intentionality, and, like, on purpose, solving puzzles, you know, driving towards the end of this mission. I don't know if in the fiction of the game, we're meant to think that the cat is doing this on purpose. Like, it could be that the cat is just sort of doing random cat stuff, and everyone is just taking advantage of it. Oh, I can fit through the bars, and he can't. Oh, there's some cocoon-looking things. That's a little nerve-wracking. The cat looks a little nervous, too. Okay, let me get to these questions here. So, first off, Blood-Soaked Hero says, I wish we could barricade windows in State of Decay 2 like State of Decay 1. I was actually having a conversation about that recently. Just the fact that, you know, it's tough when you're making a sequel to figure out, like, what aspects of the previous game need to come over and which ones can be replaced by other things. And, you know, in the case of barricading windows was a thing that was put into State of Decay 1 as, like, an evocative part of, you know, like, you have so many memories of zombie movies and stuff where people barricade themselves inside of a space and erect fortifications to keep zombies out. And the game was trying to, you know, replicate those zombie movies, and so they included that mechanic. But in the end, sometimes you'll create a mechanic imagining it's going to be used a certain way, but then when it actually gets into the game, it's not all that useful. And barricading ended up being that way. Like, barricading, there wasn't actually a lot of strategic purpose to doing it. It didn't have a big impact on the actual mechanics of the game. It was just neat to do because it made you feel like a zombie survivor. So it was like a neat little toy, and so when when things got down to the wire and we were like, we've got to cut some expensive features in order to make State of Decay 2, you know, make its goals, this was a great one to cut because it involved a lot of content. You know, like, in order to get up to the visual fidelity we were trying to hit, every single house was going to need to have a bunch of hand-placed, you know, boarding up stuff on them, and it would be a huge job for an artist. And we're like, if we cut that artist can do other more impactful things, and the programmer who is going to make that can go do more impactful things that make a much bigger difference to the game. And so I was an advocate for cutting the feature because I was like, it's neat and all, but it's not helping, and we need to prioritize the things that are going to help, you know, that are going to be foundational to the experience. So, but enough players commented on it afterwards that I've you know, started thinking, wow, you know, there was something players were getting out of that mechanic that I didn't anticipate. I didn't realize how important it was to the experience for a lot of people. And it's really easy to sort of miss those sorts of things. So, you know, it doesn't mean that I wouldn't make the same decision again. I think, you know, when you have to make tough scoping decisions like that, you do have to make cuts that you know are going to be painful for some people. But it does at least help me sort of anticipate people's feelings about it, and maybe, you know, you can do a better job of making the right cuts in the right places, I think, if you understand how people are going to feel about them. Awesome Twitch Dude wants to know if hostiles sieging your base, like hostile humans attacking your base, was pretty far in development. No, we never put real development time into it. What we did was I made a mission where I tried to make that happen using only just the baseline. Like I had no AI programming involved. I had no anything. It was just basically me saying, "Hey, humans, go spawn near the base and run into the base and fight anyone you find." Just using their baseline AI, and I did it. And what they did was they lined up at the door, and then you could just shoot them in the head as they lined up and tried to come inside. It wasn't that cool. It wasn't like they surrounded the base and took pot shots at you from behind cover or anything. All the stuff you'd expect humans to do. They didn't do any of that stuff because we hadn't made AI to do any of that stuff. And it's like, I was just a mission designer. Like, I couldn't make AI do weird things. And so, so the feature, it just didn't work as a mission. And so I cut it because I was like, this isn't working. Let's do something else. And so originally it was the ending of the Asshole Enclave, the ones who tried to get you to move out of your base. Originally, that arc ended with them invading your base. But I switched it to having them instead insist that you leave your base or they will go hostile. And so it's just more of a strategic choice than an actual battle playing it. Because, I couldn't make the battle fun with the tools that I had. Cog was asking, I don't remember actually the Doctors versus Raiders mission all that much, but I'm pretty sure that mission, I mean, just having a bunch of people show up at a simple little house and just have a normal fight like you'd expect them to have anywhere is a little different from your much larger base, which is actually defended. It's full of, it's full of defenders and sort of expecting a better experience out of it. It was different. It felt like it was sort of like I was promising something that I didn't pay off on, which made me feel like it just wasn't going to be good enough, and I wasn't going to be proud of the mission. Awesome Twitch Dude incidentally said, by the way, that I should write off video game purchases on my taxes. So I can do that. I mean, the video games that I get for research are a legitimate business expense, and I have historically done that. The thing is, I actually, even with the number of video games that I buy, it turns out that mathematically it doesn't actually add up all that well. Like, I'm not spending enough money on video games, especially with things like Game Pass. I'm not spending enough money on video games to overcome just what the default deduction. And so a few times, my wife is the one who does the taxes, and so she sometimes she would just, spend a lot of time with this whole itemized deduction that I had put together with, like, I'd listed all of the video games that I had bought that year, every single, cost of them and everything. She'd fill that all out and put all of this time into doing it, and then it wouldn't be as much as just taking the default deduction. So now we just take the default deduction. I don't worry about all those details. So, all right, can we go through here? Access control system. So have I just decided I'm just coming in here without Momo, or am I trying to get Momo through? I think I'm trying to get Momo through. Oh, there's a lever, but it's on the other side of these things. Oh, crap. Did not have enough juice. Okay, so the main bit of this puzzle was I needed to have the insight that I could blast those things to make them go away. Okay, so we've opened both doors now. Hello, can I hop onto your boat, please? Thank you. Hey there, Lazarus Reed. Thanks for joining us in the chat. So Cogs points out that if I'd made a mission with AI that was inadequate to the mission, people would just complain about the AI, not the mission. I guess externally that is true, but internally, inside the studio, the AI programmers would know that I had abused their AI in a way that it was not meant to be abused, and I had made them look bad unnecessarily. So, I still think that would have been a bad choice for me. Steve-O wants to know if I've screamed? I have screamed many, many times in my life. If I've streamed Cult of the Lamb yet. Yes, I have, actually. That was right before I started streaming Stray. I streamed a little bit of Cult of the Lamb. Only like half an hour. It wasn't that much, but I just wanted to defeat a boss and sort of show you my cult and what I was building next to, next to Calliope's. So here we are, arriving somewhere. All right. So what's going to go horribly wrong now? Ah, well, that, for starters. Hey, Momo. All of this old machinery is broken now. I think we can only open it manually. Manually? You mean with hands? I have no hands. This is the voice of the cat. Hello? I am a cat. I command you to use your hands in my service. Is he making progress? It looks like he actually is. Is it gonna stay up? Oh, it... Quick, jump below the door. It won't hold for long. Oh, okay, sure. I can't go on with you, but I won't stop looking for a way. When you find Balthazar and Clementine, tell them I was brave. All right. This place looks sucky. This isn't a good place to live. Can I jump? Oh, I can. There, yes. Ooh. Whoa. Is this... The lighting in here is so different. It's like it's all red and dim in here. It's just like blinding bright in there. I thought, is it full of ice? Is there a force field? Is there some kind of like decontamination field? No, it's just different lighting. It's just fine. It's normal. Steve-O said the cat is English. No, the cat is just educated. That's how educated people sound. Oh. All right. Actually, should I deal with that early while I can? Will it help me to murder all of these things in advance? Or should I just leave them be? Is there anything on the other side of that? The temptation is driving me... I can destroy these. The temptation is driving me crazy. I'm trying it. All right. That barely worked. Just some dead robots and... Oh, wait. What's this? Oh, what's this? Is this a place I should be? I mean, obviously they made it, so I must be here, but like, is this... Did I just accidentally discover the golden path, or... Is this just a weird little alternate place I don't need to be? I mean, it must exist for a reason, right? They wouldn't have built it. Oh, wait. Oh, it's a memory. Where does it fill in? My memory grid. The sewer system. Yes, I remember now. Clean water was scarce. The city was supplied by huge machinery that dug deep into the earth. Just like everything else, it was rationed to sustain people during times of drought. The scientists showed me the blueprint of the water tanks. They're huge and could contain a whole building in them. I'm worried that I missed a memory. I think I've missed a memory. I think that I'm going to regret having moved on. Because that grid, there's a gap in that grid. That's making me sad. I'm not sure where it would have been. I did try to go everywhere that I saw, but maybe I easily could have missed something. I see you little guys watching me over there. Can I get you from here? Nope. They've tuned the DEFLUXOR really nicely so that it's like, it's definitely, it makes me feel powerful, but it also, it's got really clear limits too. Like, I get barely enough that I can be effective in these little fights. But just barely. Just gotta kind of snipe him a little bit. All right. Let's make sure I'm not missing anything this time. I'm going to be very sad when I get to the end of this and I haven't seen all the memories. All right, we just saved a checkpoint. I've accomplished something important here. And here's a door. Oh, there's a lever. Okay, so is this going to wake them all up? Oh, it's going to wake something up. Let's try to kill these guys in a place that is not full of their friends. That's kind of cool, actually, having them rush me in a room full of eggs. So if I just attack them instinctively and immediately, I also wake up a bunch of their friends. But if I am careful about it, I can actually minimize the fight. Awesome Twitch Dude says, so the cat can't attack, the robot does? Yeah, the cat is good at escaping, and the cat can, like, shake them off when they attack him. But, yeah, he can't actually destroy them. The weapon is installed in the drone. But the cat and this drone seem to really operate as one here. This game's kind of like, I don't know, ukulele or something. Banjo-Kazooie. Got one character wearing the other one as a backpack. Ratchet and Clank. It's like Ratchet and Clank. Actually, it's the most like Ratchet and Clank because I'm a little cat dude. Got a little robot in a backpack. All right. I don't know what these big eyes are, but they're bothering me. Can I kill them? Nope. Okay, they're bringing me some more. I would like not to wake up their big brothers. I like how there's kind of a process of making them swell up and explode. So you can get them partially swelled up and then they go back down. Oh, gosh. Oh, right. Proximity. Sure. But, oh crap, they can come up here. No, no, get off, 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 get off. Oh, we're just gonna book it. Oh, no, 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 I didn't see that. I didn't see that one coming. No, 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 get off, 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 no, 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 ah! Whew. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. I think we made it. I think we made it. Whew. So, Lazarus Reed wanted to know what folks, I think it was Lazarus who asked this, what folks' favorite State of Decay 2 base was. So for me, I've got this is not the biggest or most effective base, but I've got a special place in my heart for the bridge fort, just because it's the one base that was my idea. And it was also, I sort of pitched it to the artists, and they did some early concept art of it, and it was like one of the earliest images we had of State of Decay 2. So it's like, it kind of reminds me of that sort of like early stage in the process where everything was still new, everything, like every possibility was still open, and it was just a really cool image that I really liked. All right, so I'm trying to avoid conflict if I can. I don't have to fight all these things, and then here we go. Is this gonna... Maybe Momo's on the other side of this. Oh, there's 2 locks. Oh, okay. Can I jump all the way across? Nope. Can I... I don't want to fight. Okay, fine. Crap. Haha, take that, little jerks. Oh, sorry. Zerks. The big eyes watching me are weird. Stop doing that. Oh, gosh. Nope, nope, get off me, get off me, get off me, get off me. Oh, okay, I'm dead now. So I was trying to jump, but apparently I can't jump while I've got Zerks on my back. What do you know? How far back is this going to send me? Okay, so opening this door lock is still a thing I need to do. And now I've awoken something. Alright, let's just remove opposition as we can. Alright, those are the guys who got me last time, right? So that's the jump I couldn't make last time. This whole building is like farting Zerk on me. Yeah, I always feel like I have just barely enough of this weapon to deal with the guys that are coming at me. Just barely. It's like, that's really well tuned when you always feel like you have just barely enough. And if you had a little less, you wouldn't be able to do it. If you had a little bit more, it would be too much. And it would be easy. All right. Awesome Twitch Dude wants to know if it's true that there's a meow button. I'm pretty sure it's a circle button. Oh, the soundtrack is taken over. You can't hear me meowing. Because what the heck? This is so bizarre. There you go. There's your meow. I don't know if I got the volume up loud enough. But there's the meow. Hey there, Mad Max. Thanks for joining us. What is this nonsense? Oh, look at that. Angry cat. It's gonna overheat. Oh no! I don't have the weapons anymore. They wanted to do another chase, so they had to take my weapon away. Ah! Get away from me, you butts! Ah, get off me, get off me! Ah, I can't! I can't! Alright, alright, alright. I'm guessing up the stairs is where I want to be. Oh, they timed that perfectly. Oh, they probably tested that so many times to make it likely that that guy would get to me right at the right moment. Somebody had to play through that sequence a zillion times to get that timing just right. Whoa. What would that have looked like if I had had the Zerk right behind me? Huh. Cogs wants to know what map I'm going to be using on Monday when I show off update 30. So right now I believe that I don't remember now. I don't remember what map the lion's share is already on. But yeah, I wouldn't be. It actually would kind of make sense to take them to Cascade Hills because Bridgeford is such a cheap base, and I'd love to sort of move them into a really cheap base and sort of show how you can pick a base when you're moving maps now. So yeah, probably I'd end up in Cascade, but we'll see. Anyway. Oh. You okay, little guy? It was dark. I was alone. It felt like I was back in the network. But you saved me. Thank you, friend. Drawing that much power was rough on my core. The DEFLUXOR's completely destroyed now. We'll have to be careful. Oh, that was just a temporary thing? I thought I had an upgrade. What did we just do? Oh, we stopped a fan. Anything else around here I want to look at first? Nope. All right. Let's go. Awesome Twitch Dude wants to know if there's cat customization. Not that I'm aware of. You do get upgrades, like this little backpack that I'm wearing. That was an upgrade that I got. But no, I don't think there's cat customization anywhere in here. You're playing a particular cat, not just the concept of cat. For some reason, I intuited that I'd be going left. Oh. Oh, hello. You mean there was an easier way to go? Oh, this is a new person. A traveler from the sewers. We haven't seen one of you in ages. Are you the one who contacted us earlier? The little outsider? Balthazar the outsider has been expecting you. He's meditating at the top of our village. Oh, let's go meet Balthazar. Antvillage. That's where we are. And that's where we're going to end the episode. Our arrival at Antvillage. So, chat, what did I miss? Hikari Kishi says that later on I should get some boots, a hat, and a sword, and then a voice modulator that makes me sound like Antonio Banderas. That sounds great. Cog says, given the size of Blue 12 Studio, testing is likely outsourced, right? I have no idea. I couldn't possibly tell you. I think that even if bulk testing at a studio is outsourced because the studio is fairly small, you'll usually have somebody internal who is a full-time tester who will direct the outsourced testers and write test plans for them, sort of lead the way and explain how they need to test the game, and will also do a lot of testing themselves. That's been my experience anyway. Undead Labs operated that way for a while. Like we had external testers and also internal testers that would kind of work together, with the internal testers being kind of the leads and strategists basically around the testing. But when I was talking about somebody testing and tuning that sequence where a Zerk just jumped around, was perfectly timed to jump on my back. I wasn't talking about QA testing it a bunch of times. I was talking about the designer of that sequence probably played that a million times and basically tweaked. There was probably either a volume or a timer. I would imagine probably a volume. I imagine there's probably a volume that the character enters that then triggers a timer or just triggers the spawning of those Zerk that come out of the ceiling. And they probably were just moving this volume forward and backward until they got it to the exact right distance, where if you ran at top speed following a normal path, the Zerk would jump on your back just as you rounded that corner. But it was probably the designer of that sequence who I was talking about playing that a million times. I've done that before, like you know, missions in State of Decay 2. I'll be like tweaking little volumes around and saying, okay, this dialogue line needs to be said right at this moment, and so I need to sort of get it precisely right, or try to time it so that like a dialogue sequence that plays in a car trip, for instance, will start at the right time so that it finishes before you get to your destination, but not too much before you get to your destination. It means playing the same sequence again and again and again and again. Also, Twitch Dude wants to know if we've got other outsourcers outside of Valkyrie to work on State of Decay 2. I'm not sure if that's the kind of thing that I could talk about. I mean, when we had Valkyrie, you know, working with us, we would bring them on and sort of introduce their work and give them a lot of credit for the stuff they built for the game. I don't know at what point, like if we did bring in other teams from the outside, at what point in the process it would be appropriate to introduce them and talk about them. Because I know that like just business stuff in general, we tend not to talk about unless there's a reason. You know, like logistical things like that. And so, yeah, if such a thing were to happen, I probably at some point would want to introduce them on the stream and give you a chance to meet the people who create the work that you see in the game. But yeah, I don't know when we would talk about that. I'm certainly not just going to off the cuff start like rattling off business details and things like that. Okay, I guess let's wrap this up. So there is a subscribe button. I still plan to play Stray all the way to the end, so I guess there's probably going to be another video here at some point. Though right this second, I think I'm going to quit.